These are my opinions of the belt hobby. So if you want them sensitive cats, click out.
American dream. He's just a common man, working hard with his hands. He's just a common man, working hard for the man. Hey, he's American dream. Hey, he's American dream.
What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, man, ATH the Great, back here with another video. First I want to say, rest in peace to Dusty Rhodes, who was a legend in this whole wrestling thing. As you guys, some of you guys know, there's certain things that I've had going on, so me and my brother can really relate to what Dustin and Cody is going through right now. I know it's very hard for those guys. It's very hard for us right now. But we have to try our best to move on and move forward in our lives, and just use the lessons that were given to us by our dads, fathers, and move along in life, the very best way that we can. So that was my little, tribute to him, whatnot, but I understand what those guys are going through right now. But as you can see, and and I know you guys, you haven't seen me in about a month. For those of you that don't know what transpired with us, as I just told you guys, me and my brother, we lost our dad a few weeks ago. So we've been very busy doing a lot of stuff with the funeral and all that stuff. But me and my brother are gonna make a tribute video to my dad. He was one of our biggest supporters here on YouTube or whatnot. He watched all our videos and stuff like that. So to lose not only our father, but a dedicated person to our YouTube channel. He liked a lot of the stuff we did, if not all the stuff we did. So it's just very hard for us right now, but I'm not even gonna say we'll get through, but it's just different when I understand a lot of people I know didn't have their dads in their life, and me and my brother had the luxury of having our dad in our life, our entire life. So, but I don't want to, I don't feel right just making a video talking about my dad by myself. Me and my brother will do that. That way we can make the proper video for my dad. So you guys stay tuned for that. But I'm gonna move it along, and as you guys can see in the title, I'm gonna talk about continue a video I made before talking about the wrestling belt hobby, and that was a part one. I got a lot of good comments from it, but of course, it comes with some backlash as well too. So I'm kind of just gonna go over some of the things I said, some of the things I may have missed, or whatnot. My boy Todd made a response video to the first one I made. Very good video. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. And if you guys are not subscribed to him and Jose and Gmail for Life and Replica Pro Wrestling, those guys, y'all guys need to go sub to them. So some of the things I hit on in the first video, I was talking pretty much about people lowballing and having respect in this game, and how respect will take you a long way, amongst a lot of other things that I talked about. If you want to know all the things, go back to the first video and watch it, and then come back and watch this one. So I'm going to hit on some of those things, and then I'm going to hit on a lot on you know, the things that Todd said in his video, you know, because we kind of can go all day with response videos about this whole belt hobby, you know, or whatnot. Now, the belt hobby is a cool hobby to be a part of. It really is. But it's just like any other male hobby that's out there. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of guys out here who act like females. Who act just like females because they can't get what they want or whatnot, or however they go about doing it. Whether if they're scamming somebody and they get caught, or somebody doesn't want to trade them the proper belt or the belt that they want, or somebody doesn't want to lower the price or whatever this or whatnot for the belt that they want, you know. And that is a huge problem that we have in the belt community. You know what I'm saying? It's really a problem. You know, I understand that people want to find deals. I get that. I get the fact that you want to find a deal, the right deal for you in your budget or whatever the case may be. But a lot of you guys, it's different when you're trying to find a deal and when you just straight up trying to get over or win. You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand that. I don't want to understand why you guys do that, but you guys do that. You know, but then you wonder why nobody wants to mess with you. I'm gonna go to the whole. I'm just gonna jump right into it. And I'm gonna talk about lowballing. You know what I'm saying? Because again, it's like you guys don't get. And I get hit up in my email. I get hit up on my eBay account. People asking me. I get asked this question at least once a week. What is lowballing? You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna explain it one more time. Is if somebody has something priced at, let's say, $500, and you go and you make an offer for $100, $200, something like that, you're lowballing that seller. Okay? You're lowballing. When pretty much, that's the thing. Pretty much if you're in this hobby, you know the worth of these things. You know it. But you're trying to get over, or you're trying to win, or whatever the case may be. But for you guys that don't know, you know what I'm saying? That's lowballing. And, you know, this happens a lot. It happens a lot, you know, with people trying to buy belts, even when people try to trade belts. And that is just like, that's becoming a pet peeve for me when I get on our Facebook page or I get on any other of these groups I'm a part of, and I see somebody lowballing the hell out of somebody, or I see somebody trying to trade for something, because you can still lowball and trade, for you guys that don't understand that. And what I mean by that, and what I mean how you can do that is when you're offering a 2mm big gold, which is really worth shit now. That's the thing. If you guys that got these 2mm big gold belts, you're stuck with them. You really are. Because nobody's really going to get that when they have the cast 4mm out there right now. So when you're offering that for this, nobody's going to want to take that, man. I don't understand that. Like, I see this, again, that's something I see at least once or twice out of the week. You guys are offering something, or you offering some beat up ass belt, but your trade offers or what you want is that. Or that. Fucking kidding me? Or cast IC or something like that. Not that. You're not going to get that. But then, you know, a lot of you guys have the nerve to get upset and want to say that somebody's hating on you or this, that, and the third. And that's not what's happening. You know. And then you got a lot of guys that, you know, in the whole belt community that lowball all the time. But then when they're ready to sell something, oh, they want top dollar. They want the world for their shit. And it doesn't work like that. That goes apart in that whole respect level shit and respecting the game and respecting the people in the belt community. If you guys don't understand that shit. You know, I don't get why is it that y'all don't understand this concept, man? You know, and let me say this, because I watched a video today where and I'm not going to plug the dude on my channel at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time for all of that type of stuff or whatever. I don't know if he watches my videos or this, that, and the third. I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not plugging him on here, but I'm pretty sure if he is watching, you know exactly who he is. But he has a problem with some of my other, you know, my other friends. But here's the thing. Just because we get on here and we spread knowledge about the belt game does not mean that we think that we're the king of belts or we know everything about belts. Because
Todd and
I'm
Jose
first
are the
to
belt
admit
gods.
that I don't know everything. I still consider myself a baby in this thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things I learn every single day from guys like Todd, guys like Jose, guys like Gmail for life, guys like Nelson. Those guys are schooling me like every day, you know, on something. So, and I do my research. A lot of guys, you don't do your damn research on stuff, you know, and you need to. You really need to. That's not trying to bash you or talk down to you or talk bad about you. That's just letting you know the tricks and the trades of this thing, man. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? We're not a part of no special elite group. We're average guys that turn around and work and you know, to make a living and everything just like you are. You know, some of us do have these, you know, these exclusive replica belts, or some of the guys I know, they got the, you know, exclusive real belts too. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, when we try to explain to you guys, some of you guys, y'all want these belts, you know, or whatever the case may be, but you guys don't have no respect for the game. So if somebody has it, they're not gonna fucking look out for your ass. It's not, especially when you were lowballing them 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You know, that's why I said it in my first video. Stay in your lane. If you stay in your lane. If your budget is $250, man, that's your budget. That's what you got. That's the lane you need to stay in. You know what I'm saying? If not, you need to either save that money or do something or whatever the case may be until you can get to whatever it is that you're trying to get to. Period. And it's just something that you guys got to understand in this game, man. You know what I'm saying? It can be, you know, a stress-free hobby, but will that ever happen? Probably no, it's not. You know?
Too many haters.
And, you know, you guys really, rule number one, man, and Todd said it in his video, I've said it in mine, but rule number one, and I'm not, you know, you guys have to understand too, you have to pay to play, man. You have
One more
to.
time, you have to
Some of you
pay
guys
to
want these
play.
leathers, want restoning, want all this stuff done to these belts, man. This stuff, that stuff costs money. Money. You know what I'm saying? And then and when we ain't talking, and I'm not trying to sit up here and say, oh, it costs big money or it costs little money or nothing like that. It costs money. In other words, you don't have to pay something. It's not free. You gonna have to pay something to obtain other this WWF Smoking Skull title, or this re-leathered Smoking Skull, or this re-leathered Big Eagle, or this re-leathered Restone Network logo. You're not gonna get something like that for $200-$300. You're not. You won't have to pay to get something like that. Period. You know, but I can't. I mean, I can sit here and hit on this whole, like I said, lowballing. Man, I can do a whole probably 20-minute video talking about that alone. You know, but I'm trying to cover as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? Not bore y'all to death. Just hearing, you know, that's what I'm trying to do. But I'm trying to get my points across too. You know, and I mean, I'm gonna move on to something else. You know that Todd said, talking about this whole, you know, you guys who re-leather and the restoning. I don't know why some of you guys think that you are the like you are the creator of re-leathering, or you the creator of restoning, and nobody else can't learn the skill, nobody else can't do it. Because if they're doing it, then they're copying off of you some type of way, or something like that. You know, and that's why I tell people, I say it all the time, you know, when it comes to the things that I restoned or that I have restoned, I've done my own research. and it's only been one guy, no, two guys that has helped me. And that's Nelson, Replica Pro Wrestling, and the guy on YouTube named Yes. And he really necessarily didn't, he more just helped me just by watching his videos. But watching enough of his stuff is how I learned the skill. And I only really learned the skill so far as with the spinner and the $1 Million Championship. These divas, all this other stuff, I learned that shit on my own. I didn't go ask any other restoner the stone size for this or the stone size for that. I did it myself. I researched it myself. So some of you guys who get mad at other guys that do this, that restone or re-leather or what the case may be, it's like, man, chill out. You're not the only person that can do it. I see it more so on the re-leathering side than I do the restoning side. And the thing is, everybody that does these extra things to these belts does it some type of different way. So far as with re-leathering, you got, Lucky Hands, he does it one way. Mrs. B does it one way. You got Chad who does it, another way. You got all these other guys, Romeo Anderson, these guys all do re-leathers or something different, or do it a different way. That doesn't mean that such and such is better here, such and such better here, it's crazy. It's like, if anybody wants to, some people don't want to go out. Some people want to learn the skill themselves. Some people don't want to go out and spend $600-$700 to pay somebody else to do something that they can learn and do on their own. That's what it was for me with the restoning thing. I said I was going to learn this not to try to make a profit off of it, or I didn't even have in my mind that I would be making any type of money out of this. I swear I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I did it for myself. But with people seeing my work, and I've been lucky and blessed enough to get people and get customers that want me to do it for them. So I do it. I don't advertise myself. I don't do any of that. If somebody hits me up and asks me to do it, I do it. If that's the case, I give them the fee or how much I would charge, and I do it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I'm not on Facebook making my own little page for it and doing all this other stuff. I'm not doing that. Not saying that you guys that do that is a problem. You do your thing. But I got my way of doing things. And I mean, I just don't understand, like I said, it's just so much beef with every single thing in this game, and I don't understand why, when it should be something fun for everybody. And I'm going to try to take this last 3 minutes I have here, 2-3 minutes I have here, to make it just straight 20-minute video, and I'm just going to talk about this whole, real versus fake one more time, because this is another thing that just freaking bothers the hell out of me, because people feel like you get some type of status or you in some type of certain area of the belt game because you buy real belts versus you buy replicas versus you buy bootlegs. Here's the thing, man. Like, I don't understand why other guys are worried about how other guys spend their money. Other people have other things that they're worrying about doing in their life. They're not going out trying to spend these thousands and thousands of dollars to buy this type of belt or that type of belt. A lot of people like myself, they like the replicas. That's just what it is. Like I said, it doesn't matter if I spend, $200, $300, $400, $500, $600 on this or $1,000. It doesn't matter. It's going to sit right there in the case. You're not going to see it. Neither is anybody else. The only person that's going to see it is the people that live here in this house. So, I mean, that's the thing for me. Then that's me. Everybody's different. That's the thing. Some people, they like the real belts. They want to go spend that few grand to get that belt. Cool, brother. But you got some people that they don't want to do all of that. That doesn't necessarily mean that they broke or they don't have this or they don't have that or they can't do this or they can't do that. That doesn't mean that. But it's just like I said, you guys who have these real belts, it's like you guys, you sit and you want to brag all the time. And that's what I don't like. I don't like boasters and braggers about shit. You know what I'm saying? Because half of y'all don't have going on all that shit you say you have going on. And then, it's just like the whole thing, like I mentioned sometimes with dealing with the whole shoe game. And I'm really not trying to go into the shoe game, but this shit is similar. You know what I'm saying? Because in the shoe game, you got a lot of guys who go out, buy all these authentic shoes, and they broke as hell. Can't do shit. Can't even keep the fucking lights on in their house. But yet still, you got guys that fuck with these sites. And they got money, and I'm not saying every authentic cat is like that. I'm not saying that, but most of them are. You know what I'm saying? They trying to scrape money to get the next shoe that come out. But then you got guys who fuck with these sites. These cats, you know what I'm saying, to turn around, they saving money, they getting money, they doing all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I can kind of throw myself in there. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with sites here and there, and stuff like that, but it's a way for me too. I keep extra money in my pocket. I have money to go out and do pretty much any fucking thing I want. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing, with these. It's the same thing, with the belts. I'm not gonna go spend no $2,000 on no belt. Not gonna do that. I'll stick to my replicas, and you know what I'm saying, and do my thing with those. I'm able to go and do that. But with that, I'm able, you know what I'm saying, that's the thing. Because one thing this one cat wanted to mention, in this video too. Not going to plug his name, but I'm just going to say, he talked about how, tried to talk about our group, and tried to say, that, some of us need to try to go to shows or whatever the case may be, or this, that, and the third. But let me tell you something, brother. And I'm not trying to brag neither, but, you talk and you say all this stuff, but yet and still, like I said, you don't know. You really don't, because you got cats like myself who just went to Elimination Chamber, sat on the floor, went to Raw the next night, sat on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Also was able to buy belts at the show. Also was able to stay in a nice hotel when we went to Elimination Chamber. Amongst other things we got to do. Me and my brother. You know what I'm saying? And that's what, and it's not a thing that's I'm not trying to brag or anything like that. I'm just making my point. I'm using that to make my point. You know what I'm saying? Just because certain people do certain things don't mean they don't have money to go out and do what you're doing. Because what you're doing, like I said, all that I just named, to do all that stuff, that shit don't make me special. That makes me still the average motherfucker that I am, that still got to get up and go to work and look in people's mouths for 8 hours. That doesn't make me better than this person or that person. Not at all. It makes me the same person that I am. But see, that's one thing that a lot of guys that you guys lack, is that whole respect thing. I show respect to a lot of people, but then yet still in return, I've gotten that respect back from a lot of people. Whether it's in the belt game, the shoe game, and life. I've made lifetime friends through these hobbies out of respect. But I've also gotten deals on shoes. I've gotten deals on belts. I've gotten people that just looking out for me on something. I've gotten people that just send me stuff and be like, I think I got this or I got that. Shout out to my boy JRE. Just sent it to me out of respect. I have the same respect for him, and how that happened. The guy wanted a DVD that he couldn't find where he was at, but I knew where it was at here. Went and got it, boom, just did it. I didn't have to do that, but that's just something I did. And I ended up getting that, but then more important, I got a lifetime friend out of it. I got stories for days, man. And some of you guys, a lot of you guys in this game, y'all don't have those type of stories. Because a lot of y'all, and I'm going to say it, I don't really like using this word, but a lot of y'all are fucking fuckboys. And you guys haven't looked in the mirror to even acknowledge or even say, you know what, man? Yeah, I'm a fuckboy, man. I am. I'm just a fuckboy. When you're sitting and you're worrying about and you're basically trolling at the top level of them all, trolling two guys that are not even worried about your ass. Or you're trolling anybody that's not even worried about you, that, and you holding on to something that happened years ago, that makes you pretty much a borderline female. Because that shit women do. We all know that. We all have been in relationships with females, whatever, and fucked them around or did whatever you did, and she don't never let that shit go. And you still, but show respect in this bell hobby. You gotta pay to play, man. You really do. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's something I'm missing, but the video, man, it's already long. It's 25 minutes. If you guys sat through this, man, I really appreciate you guys, all right? I really do. So you guys stay tuned, man. I'm going to have some other uploads later, and stuff like that, and just try to get back to what we do, So, and I just want to thank everybody who's shown me and my brother love and support during this hard and this rough time, man, that we going through right now. So I really appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate the messages, the phone calls, the text messages, all that stuff. I really do, man. Appreciate it. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. So I'm going to end this, and I'm going to say it's your boy ATH the Great, man, and I'm out. Peace.